There is well, some people believe he is a billionaire, Jed McCaleb, who is a former Ripple founder who was given billions of XRP, and over the last several years, he's been selling off his XRP. Some people think that that is part of the price suppression that's been going on the last couple of years, but nonetheless, others have been following his digital wallet on the blockchain to find out how much he finally has left before he stops dumping XRP on the market. Well, I'm going to tell you in this video how much he has left and why he just hit the pause button on finishing selling it. Well, there's some things, he said some interesting things on a Zoom call that I want to note. Not only that, Sentiment, who is an on-chain analytics firm, has said, listen, XRP is one to keep an eye on. I'm going to tell you why they just said that. And recently, if we look at the markets, Ethereum was jumping up around 10%. I'm going to tell you exactly why, because it has to do with their merge from proof of work to proof of stake. Hey everybody, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. Right now on this channel, I'm covering the Ripple versus the SEC case, but I'm also covering cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Late Night Grind community. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification icon so that YouTube will send you a notification when I release a new video. Also, if you can do a couple of things, smash the thumbs up button, watch the video to the end, and check out my Patreon. Link in the description below. One of the picks that I made for July in my Patreon account is up over 40%, and it doesn't look like it's stopping. So if that interests you, go ahead and check out the Patreon. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Okay, Sentiment is an on-chain analytics firm. Recently, actually this morning as I'm recording this video, they've recently just said XRP is one to keep an eye on. So why did they actually say it? Well, as of Friday, there was some massive volume of XRP being traded. In fact, 18.7 billion US dollars being traded. Sentiment called it an anomaly. That's the kind of volume that simply doesn't happen all the time. Now, it's not Jed McCaleb because he put the pause button on selling his remaining XRP. So what was it? Well, it could just be the fact that there's a lot of people paying attention to this Ripple versus the SEC case. Some people could be placing their bets. Now, the price hasn't exactly spiked. It's kind of mirroring what Bitcoin is doing, slightly outperforming Bitcoin, but still mirroring it nonetheless. So Sentiment labeled XRP one to keep an eye on. I think it's going to be one to keep an eye on for the rest of the year. It's going to be one to keep an eye on until basically this Ripple versus the SEC case ends, XRP gets its regulatory clarity, and in fact, it's probably going to be one to watch for months afterward. Just always watch it. But I did want to include that in this video because when an on-chain analytics firm says, yeah, you might want to keep an eye out on XRP, there's probably good reason for it. Okay, guys, let's talk about Ethereum. We don't talk about Ethereum a lot on this channel except for when it pertains to the Ripple versus the SEC case and all of the shady backstories with the Ethereum Alliance and the Ethereum Foundation, and well, that's another video. But nonetheless, Ethereum has been rallying. It was up over 10% today. So Bitcoin was up over 21,000. Ethereum rallied up over 1,400. It's up about 7.5% as I'm making this video. But it was rallying big. Why? Because there was some big news that came out yesterday from Ethereum Foundation's, one of its big names in the Ethereum Foundation, talking about the switch from proof of work to proof of stake. Now, this has been a topic of discussion in the Ethereum world for several years now. They've more recently in the past 6-8 months have come out and they kept saying, well, a couple more months, a couple more months, a couple more months. Well, they just came out and did it again. Mid-September, it looks like the date, supposedly, according to Ethereum Foundation, is the date of the merge, in which they're switching from proof of work to proof of stake, which is their consensus mechanism. Now, if a lot of people probably just roll their eyes because we've heard these kind of announcements 3 or 4 times already this year. But mid-September, this is actually the second time September was mentioned, so it looks like they are eyeing it up to make that switch. It seems like you're taking their good old time. I haven't seen much in terms of what testing they've been doing. And I wanted to ask you guys a question, and I'm going to put this on the poll on my community tab as well. If you hold Ethereum, are you going to be holding Ethereum, say, mid-September when they actually make that changeover? Because making that changeover, I mean, literally anything could happen. It's rarely ever happened that they have a use case to look back on and say, well, this was the potential issue. This had an issue, but it was solved right away. Honestly, are you going to hold Ethereum? If you hold Ethereum, what are you going to do with your Ethereum during that changeover? To me, it sounds like something that's a bit risky. Just want to know what you guys think. Because could we see a major sell-off in Ethereum right before that move happens, and then another big spike in buying right after it happens, if everything seems okay? In my opinion, in the blockchain world, that is always a possibility. All right, so now let's talk about what Jed McCaleb is doing with his XRP. Because he was paid billions of dollars from Ripple to basically go away. And it's been a topic of conversation and analysis from the Ripple side of things and the XRP holder stance that why wasn't Jed McCaleb included in this litigation? The SEC going after Ripple, they're going after Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, which are Ripple executives, but they didn't go after Jed McCaleb because Jed McCaleb at a time was a Ripple executive, especially during the time when the SEC claims that XRP was a security of Ripple. But nonetheless, he was paid billions of XRP to go away. He's been selling them, dumping them on the market ever since. There's people tracking his digital wallet nicknamed Taco Stand. You can go and actually track it on the blockchain yourself. However, he has just under 5 million XRP left. Everybody who's waiting for the day that digital wallet is completely empty. That way you know that any price suppression or anything like that or any dumping on the market has nothing to do with Jed or his XRP wallet. Well, it looks like now you can already make that point because he's put a pause button on selling the remainder of his 5 million XRP. And there's some really interesting reasons why. Because he was actually doing a Zoom call with CTC News and they were talking about his XRP holdings in his digital wallet and the remainder of what he's going to do with it. And he said he's going to put the pause button and not sell the remaining 5 million XRP. He said, I don't know, maybe it's because if it rallies, I'm going to be rich. Now, keep in mind, he's pretty much already a billionaire. Don't know why he would say that. Now, 5 million XRP, he said if that goes to $589, which of course is a number that's thrown around in the XRP community quite a bit, he said I'd be rich. Well, he's already rich. It doesn't matter. So why is he holding on to 5 million XRP and not selling? Well, he said maybe it's just inflation, maybe it's the cost of gas, I don't know, but I just have this feeling that holding on to XRP is going to give me and my family security. In my opinion, he's got all the security he already needs, but I think he's just hedging his bet in case it does rally. I think he's right. I think he's holding on to those 5 million XRP in case XRP goes from 30 cents to say $10 or $30. Well, guess what? He just dramatically increased his wealth significantly. And who knows what he's been doing with all of his money that he's been getting for selling his XRP. Maybe he lost it all in the Luna crash. We don't know. So if you are new to this channel, I wanted to point you up to the community tab or down to the community tab, depending on what you're watching this video on, and check out some of the polls that I put up pretty much on a weekly basis because there are some really interesting questions that I just put up regarding Jed, his XRP, regarding the Ripple versus the SEC case, regarding the Ethereum merge, and of course, what is going to happen with the US housing market. All right, guys, and finally, if you haven't, please check out my Patreon. Like I said, the July pick and analysis that I made is up close to 40% or more, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. I'm going to be making a few more videos coming out in the next week or so. So if trading or swing trading or day trading is your thing, you might want to keep an eye on that. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end, for smashing that thumbs up button, for following me on Twitter. There's always a link in the description below. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.